So we understand that Nasdaq now, we have our two swing lows. This is our first swing low. This is our second swing low. Right, done. We are done. That is, we have what? We have a trend line going up. So in general, you should be looking for price to Nasdaq. Right. And this is the thing about a trend line. Now we're gonna go and understand, okay, what is also happening. What sort of a price range, what sort of the swing levels is the market trading in between? What sort of doesn't let me explain what I mean. What is the swing levels that the market is trading in between? If you can check here on NAS, we have a swing high, we have a swing high over here. So you need to connect those two also and you extrapolate. That's it. Now we know what Nasdaq is trading in what? In this sort of a range here. In this sort of a range. We know this is where Nasdaq is trading now. And now, where is our trend line going? Our trend line is going up. So in general, it means we're looking for Amapai, right? Okay, cool. We see that. Okay, we have some sort of a nice price range that we know Nasdaq is playing around or should play around, and we have a sort of a trend line which is guiding us with the direction of our trades. You see that thing. And you know, like I'm gonna come back to someone. You know what? Actually, after this, I'm gonna do something crazy because I'm getting. And this is why I stopped coming live. I get frustrated very easily because I don't need to do this. You know, there's this guy. He's not really a mentor or anything like that, but he's a very dangerous trader. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows him here, but he was shouting at me about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, KG, why did you stop doing that thing? And I told him, oh, I'm a statistical. You know, sometimes you go there and because of you don't really make noise or anything like that. Some people, they say things that deliberately trigger, or maybe I must just mute or block. But he was saying that some people do things that deliberately trigger you. And then, you know, when elephants fight, the grass suffers. But it's fine. So anyway, we have this sort of a what? We have this sort of this so this is, guys, a trend line. A trend line is but I've been explaining and
a trend line shows the direction of the market.
So if you check here in between on Nasdaq also, what can we see with the NAS? What can we see with the NAS? We can see that we have a swing low over here. We have another swing low over here, which is essentially where the push happened. So now can you see in between our bigger trend line going up, we have what? We have this one here. And you know, I really hope that someone who paid someone, because someone paid someone for this, Joe. And some people, they pay 5,000. Some people, they pay 10,000
for mentorship.
Some people pay 250. You know, this mental tips is not make sure, but yeah, anyway, it's fine. And we see that here on Nasdaq, we have this sort of a swing low and a swing low. So you simply join, guys, a trend line, you join two swing lows or two swing highs. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's simply all you do. Like, I don't understand what is difficult about joining two swing lows. If you check here, there's a swing low over here. Let me even mark them like this, maybe. There's a swing low over here. There's a swing low over here. You simply join the two. That's it. And you have your trend line. And now, and this goes back to what I was saying. Once you have a trend line, it doesn't mean should the market go back to your trend line, it doesn't mean that now because it's at a trend line, you buy at the trend line. The trend line is to just give you the direction of the market. In such a case, because the trend line is going up, you look for buys, but the trend line's purpose is then done. Now, once you have your trend line going up, you want to now use other things like support and resistance, supply and demand, order blocks, if you know what is order blocks. But to be honest, all of those things, they serve the same purpose. And to the ones who trade SMC, they are now going to fight with me. And now, after they fight with me, I will open TradingView and show them their SMC analysis fast. And now they will wonder what's happening. The reason I'm doing this is because some people pay 5,000, 10,000, 2.5, 3,000 for something that is on daily pips.
For SMC, and then you'll find it on Telegram. Like what's that on the app we are using?
That's the thing. So I that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't have to anyway. So we have this H4 going up now on Nasdaq, and yes, now if you can check here, we have something like this on Nasdaq whereby we have a swing high over here. I don't know if you can see it. We have a swing high over here, and then we have something here. We have something here, but we are not sure yet. We are not sure yet. So we can do something like this. But now, this is not to say that we are going to sell.
We are going to sell.
this is not to say we are going to sell. This is to say that we just see that something happened here. So now we have, look what we have now. Look what we have here. We have this sort of on daily, we had something like this, right? In a sense of we have this sort of a structure on daily, our bigger structure. And then on H4, we also found this sort of a smaller structure here, right?
Yeah.
But this one here, it's, you can't just say you're gonna sell there. You understand? Because remember, our bigger structure is going up, our also smaller structure is going up. So this is just to say, okay, we know, okay, this is a probably a area whereby should the market get there, it should start to get speed. What is the difference between support and resistance and supply and demand?
They are the same thing. It's just different names.
No, it's not. It's not a different name per se.
Yeah.
It's not a different point per se. I'll get into supply and demand and support and resistance now. Please just give me a minute. I just want to finish this Nasdaq. And then we see that we have something like this on H4 now on Nasdaq. This is not to say we are going to sell. And this is the thing about reversal traders. Reversal traders are very impatient. The way reversal traders are so impatient. And that is why they can only get like one trade out of 20 right. And then, but anyway, it's not my business. We come here on H1 also. What do we see on H1? Overall on H1, Nasdaq, there's not much also that I see. So essentially that what I saw on H4 and what I saw on daily, I'm just going to stick with that for now. And in general, as a newbie, because remember, now when I'm trading alone, I trade 15-minute chart. Me personally, I'm doing this for the people who want to say, okay, hey, but the market is killing me. Now, how come when almost every day, what is happening? Things like that. So if you can check here more 1 hour, you can also see that, okay, no, there's something interesting happening here. So what you want to do normally is that if you are going to go with your bigger trend, which is the buys, remember now your trend line on daily is giving you buys, your trend line on H4 is giving you buys. If you want to go with your trends, this is what you do now. You're going to look for levels. You're going to look for horizontal levels that the market left. Now, personally, I like to use V powers. V power is where the market left, like it touched once and it left same time. And I've spoken about this before long ago when I used to come to lives a lot. Last day, I used to talk about this a lot. But I like to use V powers, me personally. And on V powers, I just like them. And how do you identify a V power? A V power is where the market touched once and it left. It never got back there again. So if you can check here, you see like this sort of you see there's a V here. The market, it touched and it left same time. Great stuff. If you can also check here, there's a young V here where the market came left same time. Right. And those are usually how I mean, this is not how I trade, but those are usually how I would identify these levels. Right. Remember, I'm going to emphasize again, the point of no, it's not ref win. Guys. I think it's again. Okay. TikTok ya king. I show how folk. My G, sorry, I'm not taking out your frustration on you. Ne? It's just that I'm getting tired of the same question. I'm not doing, this is my last slide for a very long time also. I think this will be my last slide for a long time as well because of, I don't know, man, this is nonsense. But or maybe I must put there, I'm not referring. Yeah, maybe I must put there. So I like to use V powers, and V power is something like this. The market touched it left. It touched it left. So this is the last V power that we see more on Nasdaq here, if you can check. This is the last V power that we see more on Nasdaq. And then, we see, we have a nice V power there. And we want to understand, but then this level, this is where we expect Nasdaq to do what? To start to push up. Remember now, our trend line is going up. So we know that our direction in general should be to the upside. In general. Right? Okay, cool. Our direction in general should be to the upside. Great stuff. Now, because our direction in general is to the upside, we see that this V power here, we see what happened. The market came below it. Can you see?
Yeah.
The market
Yeah.
came below it, leaving a sort of a what? It's leaving a double bottom here.
W. Yeah.
Yeah, it left a sort of a double bottom here. So now what we can do is that we can mark that double bottom, and now we can get rid of the V power. We can get rid of the V power. This is what we see now, right? And we see,
Yeah.
oh, interesting stuff, interesting stuff. This is very interesting. And now we can even, okay, and this is for the beginners. To the beginners, in such a case, you can see that the market, okay, let's do like this now. Let's all look at Nasdaq now. If you look at Nasdaq now, you can see that it's playing between this sort of a zone, and it's playing where it's playing also between this sort of a zone here. I think we can all agree that Nasdaq right now is playing between those two zones, right?
Yeah.
And as a beginner, if you are a beginner trader, and Wabana, like I'm so grateful that I came on social media after I was really profitable myself, because of also when you are new in trading and you go all over social media looking for a holy grail, you're gonna lose yourself and your journey is gonna be so much longer. And I am actually a testament to that, because of me personally. It took me 4 years to be profitable. I started trading in 2017. I started only making money late 2021. I came on TikTok last year.
Yeah.
I didn't just woke up last week and be like, now, no, I
I
was
had
growing
enough to
out heavy. And the point I'm trying to make is that as a new guy, you probably want to find yourself. And how do you find yourself? You find yourself by whatever you learned, master it and make it better as much as possible. Make it better as much as possible. Because of if you're gonna switch from SMC to trend lines to harmonics to Elliott, I highly recommend Elliott wave, by the way. If you're gonna keep doing that and doing that, you're gonna frustrate yourself. So anyway, I was saying, as you can see, Nasdaq is now, it left this sort of a level here, and then we can see that because now we are looking for buys. Actually, we see that it left sort of a double king into a double bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it left a double bottom. Now, because it left a double bottom here, this should be very interesting for us. And now, this is the thing about the market. You also need to know how to time the market. If you don't know how to time the market, it's also gonna still kill you, because of someone will do what? They will wait for Nasdaq to get here and buy. And chances are, once it gets there, it's gonna hit their stop loss, and then maybe probably play before it buys. And so this is where you need to understand things like accumulation of funds. But I'm not gonna talk about those things because of I don't know. It's above my pay grade. But yeah, so you can see that you have this sort of a level here. Now, if you want, I mean, if you really say you know your story, you can even start to come to like a smaller time frame. And on this smaller time frame, this is where you can start to now this is where you are refining your levels. You are refining your areas. Why? So now, this is where our double bottom was on H1. We can come take our double bottom and maybe drop it to this V power. If you can see the market left there with a very aggressive V on the line chart. It just left. It never came back there, right? And we see that, okay, it left with a V there. So that should be a very interesting point for us for now. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna do something like this, right? This is essentially Nasdaq actually. If I was still trading, I used to trade like this long ago. This is the reason why I'm showing this trading style is because of it. You can make money. You just need to be patient. I know people are impatient. That's why I don't care. But in general, what you wanna do now is that you probably wanna go to like a H4. Right. And why H4 as a beginner? Why you should be an H4? On H4, you're gonna not be confused by a lot of noise because of dim background. Fuck. Okay, let me zoom in. This is Nasdaq. This is Nasdaq. So on H4, what H4 will help a lot of beginners with is that it's gonna eliminate a lot of the noise that's happening during trading sessions. Remember, now it's like 8 o'clock. It's approaching 9 o'clock, where London session will start to do its thing. As a beginner, when you are looking at the market around London session, you're gonna see those fast candles, and you're gonna feel like, it's gonna leave me. Let me join, and it's gonna trap you. And so on H4, you look at H4, and what you wanna do also is wait for candle closes. so that you don't become part of a trap. Wait for candle closes, wait for candle closes, wait for candle closes, just like that. You just keep waiting for candle closes. And yes, it's on H4, it will take time. But even when it takes time, when you do get your trade, chances are your trade will run in profit for very long, as opposed to 5 minutes and H1. And well, H1 also, if you know how to time it, you can. But like I was saying, you know what, it's fine. So now we come, like, so I'll show you an example. A beginner right now is looking at Nasdaq. They saw someone make 200K on their
Oh, this
story
was
on TikTok or
yeah.
IG. So they see that guy, and now he's looking at 5 minute chart. He wants to trade Nasdaq. You're gonna trade Nasdaq on 5 minute chart. You're gonna be in a profit for 20 minutes, and you're gonna be in a loss and blow your account for the remainder of the day. Why? Because of you are part of the trap. And
Trade.
to avoid being part of a trap as a beginner, because of the certain things here on 5 minutes that, and this now will go back to that thing I always say of, we see the same thing, but we don't see the same thing. So and trust me, that thing is true. We see the same thing, but we don't see the same thing. There's a lot of things happening here, and these things they
Yeah.
have to happen so that why? So that beginners can enter the market. So that us, when we come in, we know exactly where your stop losses are. We target your stop losses and we go out take profit. You understand? That is why there's that saying of your stop loss is my entry. Things like that. Those things, they are not a joke. They are very serious. It's a real thing that happens like every day. So
Yeah.
those are some of the things that are happening right now. This is what you call accumulation of funds. And usually when things like this are happening, this is where people who are impatient, they are going in. Yo, Ndwana, look at that 5 minute candle. He sold here. Now it's going back to his entry. He doesn't want to close. He's going to end up blowing the account unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, I think I gave a lot of principles regarding how to probably attack the market as a newbie. Remember, even as a newbie, you need to start somewhere. And trust me, as you are going on with your journey, pushing, you start to realize certain things over time. Remember, I'm self-taught. No one taught me how to trade. I just blew for a very long time, which was 4 years, you know. But yeah, I'm self-taught. And obviously, how did I get to realize some of these things that happened? By keeping on trading. I've never traded a demo account in my life, by the way. So every time when I was blowing my own money. And
Yeah. It's not
as
real
these things
account.
start to happen, like
I'm saying we blow real accounts.
yeah, I was blowing a lot of real accounts. But yeah, as these things start to happen, you start to realize certain tips and tricks that the market does. And you start to
Yeah.
become like aware of them that, oh, wait, I was going to enter here. But this is what happened last week. So let me wait and see if I can wait and try and avoid something. Can I actually win? And you start to see how now the results start to become better. So there was a time on my life I showed because at the time I was still trading with XM. I was showing my trading history XM from back in those days. It was a red
Mm.
carpet. I could take Boma 22 losses in a row. Yeah, you are playing.
Yo. Yo.
Yo. I could take Boma 22 losses in a row. And like that thing at the time, it like you even feel hopeless. Like, hey, will there ever be hope
Yeah.
here? But
Yeah.
I promise you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. If you follow the right steps,
Mm.
leave social media. Social media is too noisy. There's too much noise. It's
Yeah.
gonna confuse you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave my Nasdaq there. I like this setup. We're
Yeah.
gonna come back to it the same way. Okay, well now I deleted the gold I did on Friday, but I had a setup on gold on Friday, and the setup indeed played out exactly as I told them. And that guy who sold gold got 4 lots around here because he had an order block. Now his order block betrayed him, and this is the point I'm trying to make, that just because of the market is going up, and whenever you see an order block, you wanna say it's gonna turn. How do you know? Like, why is your order block gonna turn the market? What is so special about that thing that will turn the market and things like that? And some things, yeah. Okay, anyway, I think from now I think we all understood how we did Nasdaq here. I think we all understand how I did this Nasdaq. So I'm gonna use a similar approach on the rest of the remaining pairs, but I'm gonna talk a little bit less because of I wanna end the live. I'm getting frustrated, kancane kancane. So yeah, thanks, Nemai G. Thanks a lot, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for the roses, my king. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Or let me even gift my let me gift my voluntary student. Thanks, Nemai G.
Thank you.
Itara, itara, itara.
Bye, bro.
Um, I'm gonna just